I've got another questionnaire video. So today I'm actually going to be doing the weight loss tag. Again, I was not tagged in this video, but I feel like this is good content. I feel like some of these questions, especially since it's the weight loss one, I feel like these are questions that are important that a lot of people might want to know the answers to. I do have one very basic crappy video my first upload, which is actually an introduction to me, about my life, about my weight loss journey, and it was when I started my YouTube channel. So I mean, that was only a few months ago, but if you want to check out that video, I'll link that in the little iCard. I never can remember which side. It's almost up there somewhere, okay? But this one is the weight loss tag. Again, I'm not going to tag anybody else because a lot of people have already done this. This is basically just so you can get to know me a little bit better. So the first question, there are 11 questions, is when did you start gaining weight? Honestly, I started gaining weight as a child, probably between 5 to 7. I remember seeing pictures of me in like 1st or 2nd grade, and I was already a little chubby there. So yeah, I've been a big girl my whole life. Are you an emotional eater? Yes. Even now, even though I'm at the point where I feel like eating a meal is not as much of like an obsession the way food used to be for me. It's just another meal, but I do still have my moments. Like, we just made some awesome freaking thumbprint cheesecake cookies, and it's like, I only need to eat one. I only need to eat one. Yeah, that's probably not an emotional thing. That's more like probably back to being the type of eater where you just overindulge because it tastes that good. That's the bad thing about finding something that tastes really, really good like that. But yeah, I've always been an emotional eater because I would get upset or I'd have a bad day, and before I found keto, I would go get ice cream, go get a flurry, making sure the cat doesn't hit my tripod and knock my camera over because they're big boys. But yeah, anytime I had a bad day, I would almost always get a milkshake or some sort of ice cream or something like that. So yeah, I've always been an emotional eater. I feel like I'm better now because obviously anybody that's going through keto knows that it affects you emotionally. I feel happier, and in general, not just because I'm losing weight, but just the way that it makes you feel when you eat this way. You don't feel as crappy as you used to when you ate all the junk. But I still have my days because, you know, and we're women. We have emotions, the women that are watching the men. Hi. You know, our hormones, can't even do this right today, but you know, they go up and down. We have our days. We have those times of the month, and sometimes it seems like all month, but you know, it happens. But I don't let it make me eat. I made the mistake of messing up. If you guys saw my video about when I had the ice cream that time and it messed me up for a week and a half, I had heart palpitations and it stressed me out. So I made that mistake and I won't do that again. I haven't really had enough emotional things going on to the point where I have felt like I needed to emotionally eat. But again, like I said, I just feel better in general eating this way, and I think that helps a lot. How long have you been dieting? Honestly, I started dieting and exercising when I was about 15. I remember between 15 and 16, I went through a time where Jane Fonda had this video with this plastic like step. It was a Jane Fonda step video. So I was doing that. I was doing like sit-ups and push-ups and had little arm weights and things like that, and eating a lot of salads, and that's just what I thought as a teenager was what I needed to do to lose weight. And I did, actually. I don't remember what I started out at, but I got down, or I lost think I lost about 20 to 25 pounds at that point. As a teenager, I was at my smallest, which was still probably like a 14, 16. But it, you know, you always feel like, gosh, I'm so big. But back then you really, you know, and then now you look back and you're like, I wish I was big like I thought I was back then, because you're not big. But yeah, so pretty much my whole life. And then if you watch my video, my introduction video, like I said, I'll link that. I go into detail about my different times with diets and things like that. But now this is a different way of life for me. I'm never going to eat the normal standard American diet again. This is my life. This is my life change. I don't feel that this is a diet. There's a loud motorcycle coming down the road, just warning you. This is just the way my life's going to be. And I don't mean that to sound bad. I feel like this is how I'm going to eat for the rest of my life. I like eating this way. I like the fact that I can make pretty much anything I want in a keto version. And I feel good, and I'm healthy, and I'm keeping myself around for many more years for my family. So I don't feel like this is a diet. And that kind of goes into the next question that says, are you following a diet now? Which, no, I'm not following a diet. I'm not dieting. As I said before, I've changed the way I eat. So I am doing that now. Obviously keto. We all know that. Or we probably wouldn't be here following my channel. Have you had success in the past? Again, kind of goes back to my initial video. When I was a teenager, I lost about 25 pounds or so. And then probably, I'm going to say, like 3 times after that, I lost 30 to 40 pounds. And it was usually by exercising and eating less and eating more salads and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I had success, but my success would only last 30 to 40 pounds. Then I would hit a plateau for months that I couldn't break, and I would always give up and gain the weight back plus more. Do you follow a workout plan? No, I don't. My husband and I do go out and walk on trails, and we go walking at the mall, which doesn't sound like, oh, you're going walking at the mall. We don't walk slow. We're both kind of fast walkers in general, but we walk a decent pace when we go walking. So we go walking anywhere from 3 or 4 miles at a time, and that's something that we like to do. And we go to trails and things like that. I think when I get a little bit smaller, my knees have been doing better, but I think once they get a little bit better and my stamina is a little bit better, we'll start doing a little bit more challenging trails with like a little bit more hills and stuff like that. But we both enjoy walking. But no exercise plan, no workout plan. What is your favorite diet? I don't like any diets. Goes back to my favorite way of eating is keto. How much weight do you want to lose? Well, I started out at 300 pounds. I had been at 300 pounds for probably about 6 months to a year. And then when I started keto in the middle of January, I was at 300 pounds. Now I'm at 248.2, I think it is. That was my last weigh in. So I've lost a little over 50 pounds, and I honestly would like to get down to about 160-ish. But I might get close to that and feel like I'm where I need to be, or I might get close to that and feel like I need to lose more. So I still need to lose quite a bit more. Initially, it was going to be like 140 pounds total from 300 to 160. So now I feel like I might need to lose 100, not 100, but like 80 more pounds. But it just really depends on what I look like once I get down to that point. Do you feel like you're addicted to food? I did, but I don't now. Like I said, keto has changed the way I feel about food a lot. But I have, they say once you're addicted, you're always addicted to things. But I guess things change to where you're not addicted the same way. I'm not addicted to the point where all I think about is food because I'm a glutton and I want to stuff my face, which is kind of like how it was before. Like, oh, it tastes so good, I just can't stop eating. I want to keep eating more, and it was an addiction then. But I feel like now things have changed a lot, and I still enjoy eating, but it just means something different to me now. But just like I said, right now with those cookies that we have, I'm like, I'm just gonna have one, and I usually end up having two. So that addiction is still there, but it's not like it used to be. But I'm working on it. I think most of us probably wouldn't be where we are right now if we didn't have some type of a food addiction. Are you comfortable with your body now? No. I mean, I have lost over 50 pounds, and like I said, I can tell on my face, I can tell on my body, I can tell because I've had to buy clothes. I feel more confident, or should I say, I feel confident compared to what I used to feel like. And it's getting better every day, and it's really hard to see yourself in the mirror and you know that you've lost all this, and sometimes it's hard to see the change in yourself. They usually say you're the last person to see the change because you're so used to seeing yourself a certain way in a mirror. But yeah, I mean, I'm a lot more confident than I was, but I feel like I have a long way to go. I'm getting more comfortable with my body. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to get some, I don't know if you can see, I don't care for the sagging skin that I'm starting to get, but I would rather be at a healthy weight, be at a smaller size and where I want to be at health-wise, and have some sagging skin than to be that 300-pound unhealthy, sickly person that might only have been around for a few more years. So that's a deep question for a lot of us. Do you deprive yourself of any food? I don't deprive myself in a way where I would say I'm starving myself. Obviously, we go through phases with keto where you're trying to, you know, fast somewhat in between meals. I do better when I don't intermittent fast. I do somewhat intermittent fast as it is because I eat breakfast at like 7:30, lunch at like 11:30, dinner is usually about 4:30. So I have between 4:30 and 7:30, which is 12, 13, 14, almost 15 hours in between my dinner and my breakfast. And I don't have anything after that. If I have a coffee like after dinner, it's usually like right after dinner. So the very latest I'll have anything is like 5:30. So I still have like 14, 15 hours in between eating dinner and breakfast. So I do actually feel better and I lose weight better that way. But I think some of it has to do with not having a gallbladder. I think it affects me differently that way, or just could be my body. But no, I don't deprive myself of any food, you know, but you go through times where you feel like you're hungry and I'm like, I'm not going to eat. It's like 10 o'clock at night. If I'm hungry, something I ate triggered that, you know, earlier that I shouldn't have had or shouldn't have had as much of or something like that. But we don't keep anything non-keto that we can eat here. And there's some things in the cabinet, like for when the kids are here, there's like oodles and noodles and different things like that, but I'm not going to make that stuff because it's not anything that interests me. But I don't starve myself. I could say that I kind of deprive myself of the things that I used to eat that were bad, which we all are depriving ourselves from those bad things. But like I said before, it's not really the same because there's so many different ways to make things, keto versions of things that we used to eat, that it's not really feeling like I'm deprived. Like with those cookies, they taste that good that I feel like that's a normal freaking cheesecake type, you know. The bad thing is cheesecake was probably a trigger for me anyway because it was one of my favorite freaking things was cheesecake. So, you know, between that and ice cream, like my two favorite things. But the last time we made ice cream, I did really good. You know, I only had like half a cup at a time, you know, twice twice in a week, you know, so I did pretty good with that. But I'm pretty sure, I think that's the last question. Do you deprive yourself of any food? Yeah, no. But I feel like there's a lot more out there that we could talk about as far as our weight loss journeys. I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about me with my weight loss journey. I will post the questions below, so if you guys want to do this video and talk about your weight loss journey, you can tag people if you want. Like I said, I'm not going to tag anybody because most of the people that I watch have done this video. If you want to see more videos like this, little Q&As, things like that, let me know. If there's stuff you want to know about me, ask it below and I'll do a Q&A. So I just want to get enough questions together to where it's not like a 2-second video, since I don't have a ton of subscribers. But definitely, if there's, I'm going to link below some of my favorite channels for keto information, weight loss journeys. Obviously Keto Mama, Keto Ginger, Lauren Brazy, Erin Does the Keto, Watch Autumn Keto. There's quite a few that are in my favorites list, so I will tag them below. And I'm still playing Pokemon Go. Bye guys.